Have you ever felt different, like you don't quite fit in with the world around you? Maybe you've had strange experiences that others can't explain, or you just know things without being told. Well, what if I told you that these feelings and experiences might mean you're one of the chosen ones? Now, I know what you're thinking, chosen ones sounds like something out of a movie or a book. But here's the thing. Being chosen isn't about having superpowers or being better than others. It's about having a special connection to the spiritual world and the important job to do here on earth. And let me tell you, it's not always easy being chosen, but it's also something that can't be messed with or taken away from you. Think about it like this. Imagine you have a really special talent, like being able to paint beautiful pictures or solve tough math problems. No one can take that talent away from you, right? Well, being a chosen one is kind of like that, but on a much bigger scale. It's a part of who you are, deep down in your soul. And just like how no one can steal your talent for painting or math, no one can mess with your status as a chosen one. But here's where it gets really interesting. Being chosen isn't always what people think it is. It's not about being perfect or having an easy life. In fact, many chosen ones face big challenges and have to work hard to understand their gifts. It's like having a superpower that you don't know how to control yet. Exciting, but also a bit scary, right? So, if you've ever felt like there's more to life than what you can see, or if you've had experiences that seem too strange to be just coincidence, you might be one of the chosen ones. And in this video, we're going to dive deep into what that really means, how to know if you're chosen, and what to do about it if you are. Now, you might be wondering, why does all this chosen one stuff matter? Well, let me tell you, it matters a whole lot, especially if you're on a spiritual path or trying to figure out your place in the world. Understanding the concept of chosen ones is like finding a map when you're lost in a big, confusing forest. It can help you make sense of your experiences and guide you towards your true purpose. Think about it this way. Have you ever felt like you're meant for something big, but you're not sure what it is? Or maybe you've always felt different from others, but you couldn't quite put your finger on why. Well, learning about chosen ones can shed light on these feelings. It's like finally finding the missing piece of a puzzle you've been working on for years. But it's not just about understanding yourself better. Knowing about chosen ones can also help you understand the world around you in a whole new way. It's like putting on a pair of special glasses that let you see the hidden connections between people and events. Suddenly, things that seemed random or meaningless before start to make sense. Here's another reason why this topic is so important. With great power comes great responsibility. Yes, I know that sounds like something from a superhero movie, but it's true. Being a chosen one isn't just about having cool spiritual gifts or experiences. It's about using those gifts to make the world a better place. Imagine you discovered you had the ability to heal people with your touch. That would be amazing, right? But it would also be a huge responsibility. You'd have to learn how to use your gift properly, decide when and how to use it, and deal with people who might want to take advantage of you. Being a chosen one is a lot like that. It's not just about having power. It's about learning how to use that power wisely and for the good of others. Understanding this can help you navigate the challenges that come with being spiritually gifted. It's like having a guidebook for a difficult journey. You'll still face obstacles, but at least you'll have some idea of what to expect and how to handle it. But here's the really cool part. Even if you're not a chosen one yourself, understanding this concept can still be super helpful. It can help you recognize and support the chosen ones in your life. Maybe your best friend or your sibling is a chosen one, and knowing about this can help you understand them better and be there for them when they need it. Alright, now that we've talked about why this stuff is so important, let's take a quick look at what we're going to cover in this video. Think of it like a roadmap for our journey into the world of chosen ones. We're going to explore some pretty exciting territory, so buckle up. First, we're going to dive deeper into who exactly the chosen ones are. We'll talk about what makes someone chosen and why they're so important in the grand scheme of things. It's like we're going to paint a picture of what a chosen one looks like, but not with colors, with words and ideas. Then, we'll explore the signs that someone might be a chosen one. This is the part where you might start nodding your head and thinking, hey, that sounds like me. Or maybe you'll recognize these signs in someone you know. Either way, it's going to be eye-opening. We'll also talk about the challenges that chosen ones face. Because let's be real, being chosen isn't all fun and games. It can be tough sometimes, and it's important to understand why. Think of it like learning about the obstacles in a video game before you start playing. It doesn't make the game easier, but at least you know what to expect. But don't worry, we're not just going to talk about the hard stuff. We'll also discuss how to embrace being a chosen one, if that's what you are. We'll talk about how to use your gifts and navigate this special path you're on. It's like learning how to drive a really powerful car. It takes some practice, but once you get the hang of it, it's amazing. Now, here's something really exciting. I'm going to share a special exercise with you that can help you connect with your inner power. Whether you're a chosen one or not, this exercise can help you tap into the spiritual energy that's inside all of us. It's like learning a secret handshake with the universe. This exercise is simple, but powerful. You don't need any special equipment or skills to do it. All you need is an open mind and a willingness to try something new. Think of it like a mini adventure for your spirit. By the end of this video, you'll have a whole new understanding of chosen ones and spiritual gifts. You'll have tools to recognize the signs, face the challenges, and embrace the journey if you're a chosen one. And even if you're not, you'll have a deeper appreciation for the spiritual world and your place in it. Remember, this isn't about becoming superior to others or gaining power over them. It's about understanding yourself better, connecting with the universe in a deeper way, and using your gifts to make the world a little bit better. It's a big journey, but don't worry, we'll take it one step at a time. So, are you ready to dive in and explore the world of the chosen ones? Are you ready to possibly discover something amazing about yourself or the people around you? Great! Let's get started on this incredible journey together. By the time we're done, you'll see the world, and maybe yourself, in a whole new light. And who knows? You might just discover that you're more chosen than you ever realized. Let's dive into the heart of our topic. Who exactly are these chosen ones we're talking about? Think of chosen ones as special people who have a strong connection to the spiritual world. They're like bridges between our everyday world and something bigger, something we can't always see or touch. Now, don't picture people wearing fancy robes or glowing with magical light. Chosen ones look just like you and me. They could be your neighbor, your teacher, or even the person you see in the mirror every morning. What makes them special isn't how they look, but how they experience the world. Chosen ones often feel things more deeply than others. It's like they have an extra sense that picks up on energies and emotions that most people miss. Imagine being able to walk into a room and immediately know how everyone is feeling, without anyone saying a word. That's the kind of sensitivity many chosen ones have. They also tend to have a strong sense of purpose. It's like they were born with a mission, even if they don't always know exactly what that mission is. This can make them feel different or out of place sometimes, especially when they're young. It's like having a map to a treasure, but not knowing where to start looking. Now, let's look at how chosen ones might show up in everyday life. Remember, they're not wearing signs that say, "I'm chosen." It's more about how they act and the impact they have on others. Think about that friend who always seems to know when you're upset, even when you're trying to hide it. They might call you out of the blue on the exact day you really need someone to talk to. That's the kind of intuition many chosen ones have. Or consider the coworker who always has great ideas for solving problems. Ideas that seem to come out of nowhere. They might have a knack for seeing connections that others miss, almost like they're getting help from an unseen source. Maybe you know someone who's always involved in helping others, who seems driven by a deep need to make the world better. They might volunteer at multiple places or always be starting projects to help their community. That sense of mission is common among chosen ones. There's also the artist whose work seems to touch people on a deep level, stirring emotions and sparking insights. Or the healer whose touch or words seem to have an almost magical effect on those who are suffering. These are all ways that chosen ones might express their gifts in the world. The key thing to remember is that chosen ones aren't better than other people. They just have a different role to play. Think of it like a big play or movie. Every role is important for the story, but some characters have special abilities or knowledge that moves the plot forward. Chosen ones are like those characters in the big story of life. Now that we have a good idea of who chosen ones are, let's talk about how to spot them. Remember, these signs aren't like checkboxes on a list. It's more like pieces of a puzzle that, when put together, paint a picture of someone who might be chosen. One big sign is having experiences that others might call supernatural or paranormal. This could be seeing spirits, having vivid prophetic dreams, or knowing things before they happen. It's like having a TV that picks up channels others can't see. These experiences often start in childhood and can be confusing or scary at first. Another sign is feeling deeply connected to nature or the universe. Chosen ones often feel a strong pull towards spirituality, even if they didn't grow up in a religious home. They might feel most at peace when they're alone in nature, or they might have a sense of being guided by a higher power. Many chosen ones are highly empathic. This means they can feel other people's emotions as if they were their own. It's like being an emotional sponge, soaking up the feelings of everyone around them. This can be overwhelming at times, but it also gives them a deep understanding of others. Chosen ones often have a strong sense of not belonging. They might feel like they're from another planet or that they're living in the wrong time. This feeling of being different can be isolating, but it's also what drives many chosen ones to seek answers and explore their spirituality. Now, I want you to take a moment and think about your own life. Have you ever had experiences that you couldn't explain? Maybe you've known things about people you just met, or you've had dreams that came true later. These could be signs that you're more spiritually attuned than you realized. Think about how you relate to others. Do people often tell you their problems, even if you've just met? Do you find yourself knowing how others feel without them saying anything? This could be your empathic abilities showing up. Consider your relationship with the world around you. Do you feel a deep connection to animals or plants? Have you ever felt like you received a message from the universe or a higher power? These could be signs of your spiritual connection. Reflect on your sense of purpose. Have you always felt like you're meant to do something important, even if you're not sure what it is? Do you have a strong desire to help others or make the world a better place? This could be your chosen one mission calling to you. Remember, having one or two of these experiences doesn't automatically mean you're a chosen one. And not having them doesn't mean you're not chosen. These are just common patterns that many chosen ones share. The key is to be honest with yourself about your experiences and feelings. If you're reading this and thinking, wow, that sounds just like me, don't freak out. Being a chosen one isn't a burden, it's a gift. It means you have the potential to make a real difference in the world. And if you're thinking, that doesn't sound like me at all, that's okay too. We all have our own unique gifts and purposes. Being a chosen one isn't all about cool spiritual powers and amazing insights. It comes with its fair share of challenges too. Understanding these difficulties is important, whether you're a chosen one yourself or you know someone who might be. One of the biggest challenges is feeling overwhelmed. Imagine being able to feel everyone's emotions all the time, or seeing spirits that others can't see. It can be like trying to listen to 100 radio stations at once. Many chosen ones struggle to filter out all this extra information and just focus on everyday life. Another common challenge is feeling isolated or misunderstood. When you experience the world differently from most people, it can be hard to explain what you're going through. Chosen ones might worry about being seen as weird or crazy if they talk about their experiences. This can lead to loneliness and a feeling of not fitting in. Chosen ones often struggle with self-doubt. They might question their experiences or wonder if they're just imagining things. It's like having a superpower but not being sure if it's real or if you're just going crazy. This doubt can make it hard for chosen ones to fully embrace their gifts and use them to help others. There's also the challenge of responsibility. Many chosen ones feel a strong sense of duty to use their gifts to help others or make the world a better place. While this is a noble goal, it can also be a heavy burden. It's like feeling responsible for fixing all the world's problems on your own. Lastly, chosen ones often face spiritual attacks or negative energy. Because they're more sensitive to spiritual energies, they can be more vulnerable to negative influences. It's like having an immune system that's great at fighting off normal germs, but extra sensitive to rare diseases. Now, hearing about all these challenges might sound scary, But don't worry. There are ways to handle these difficulties and even turn them into strengths. It's all about perspective and learning the right tools. For dealing with overwhelm, many chosen ones learn techniques like grounding and shielding. These are ways to connect with the Earth's energy and create a protective bubble around yourself. It's like learning to turn down the volume on a loud radio or put on sunglasses when it's too bright. To combat isolation, it's important for chosen ones to find their tribe. This means connecting with other spiritually aware people who can understand and support them. It's like finding your own group of X-Men who all have different but equally weird powers. For self-doubt, education and validation are key. Learning about spiritual experiences and talking to others who've had similar experiences can help chosen ones trust themselves more. It's like getting confirmation that you're not crazy. You're just tuned into a different frequency than most people. To handle the sense of responsibility, chosen ones need to learn balance. It's important to remember that while they have a special role to play, they're not responsible for everything. It's okay to take breaks and take care of yourself too. Think of it like being a superhero who remembers to take off the cape sometimes and just be human. For protection against negative energies, chosen ones can learn various spiritual protection techniques. This might include using crystals, performing cleansing rituals, or calling on spirit guides for help. It's like building up a spiritual immune system. Remember, facing these challenges doesn't make you weak. In fact, working through these difficulties often makes chosen ones stronger and wiser. It's like going through tough training to become a spiritual warrior. If you're a chosen one facing these challenges, know that you're not alone. Many others have walked this path before you and have not just survived, but thrived. And if you're not a chosen one but know someone who might be, understanding these challenges can help you be a better friend and supporter to them. So, you've recognized the signs and faced the challenges. Now what? It's time to talk about embracing your status as a chosen one. This isn't about bragging or thinking you're better than others. It's about accepting your gifts and learning how to use them in a way that's good for you and the world around you. First things first, acceptance. This can be one of the hardest parts of the journey. It's like finally admitting to yourself that yes, you really can fly. It's scary, exciting, and a little bit overwhelming all at once. Remember, being chosen doesn't make you better than anyone else. It just means you have a different role to play in the grand scheme of things. Part of accepting your gifts is understanding that they're not always going to be easy to deal with. Some days, you might wish you could just turn them off and be normal. That's okay. It's like having a really powerful car. Sometimes you just want to take a leisurely drive instead of racing at top speed. Another important part of acceptance is realizing that your gifts will grow and change over time. You're on a journey of discovery, and that journey doesn't end. It's like leveling up in a video game. There's always something new to learn and master. Now, let's talk about using your gifts. This is where the rubber meets the road, so to speak. Having spiritual gifts is great, but it's what you do with them that really matters. One of the most important things to remember is to use your gifts ethically. Just because you can do something doesn't always mean you should. For example, if you can read people's thoughts, that doesn't give you the right to invade their privacy whenever you want. It's like having a key to everyone's house. You wouldn't just walk in uninvited, right? It's also important to practice and develop your gifts. Think of them like muscles. The more you use them, the stronger they get. This might mean setting aside time each day to meditate, practicing your intuitive skills, or studying spiritual teachings that resonate with you. Remember to stay grounded as you develop your gifts. It's easy to get caught up in the spiritual world and forget about the physical one. But we're here on Earth for a reason, and it's important to stay connected to both realms. It's like being a tree. Your branches might reach for the sky, but your roots need to stay firmly in the ground. Finally, don't be afraid to use your gifts to help others. Many chosen ones feel a strong call to service. This doesn't mean you have to become a full-time healer or psychic, unless you want to. It could be as simple as using your intuition to know when a friend needs support, or using your empathic abilities to create more understanding in your workplace. Embracing your chosen status is a lifelong journey. There will be ups and downs, moments of doubt and moments of incredible clarity. The key is to keep moving forward, always learning and growing. Remember, you're not alone on this path. There are many others out there, just like you, working to make the world a better place one spiritual step at a time. Now, let's talk about something super important: protecting your spiritual energy. When you're a chosen one, you're like a bright light in the spiritual world. And just like moths are drawn to a flame, your energy can attract all sorts of things, some good, some not so good. Think of your spiritual energy like your life savings. You wouldn't leave your front door wide open with piles of cash sitting around, right? In the same way, you need to protect your spiritual energy from being drained or invaded by negative forces. This isn't about being paranoid or seeing danger everywhere. It's about being smart and taking care of yourself. Just like you wash your hands to avoid getting sick, you need to cleanse and protect your energy to stay spiritually healthy. Protection is especially important for chosen ones because you're often more sensitive to energies around you. It's like having really sensitive skin. You need extra protection from the sun. Without proper protection, you might find yourself feeling drained, moody, or even physically ill after being in certain places or around certain people. Now, let's get into some practical ways to protect your energy. Don't worry, you don't need any fancy equipment or years of training to do this. These are simple techniques that anyone can use. First up, visualization. This is a powerful tool that uses your imagination to create a protective shield around you. Close your eyes and imagine a bubble of white or golden light surrounding your whole body. See this light as a protective force that keeps negative energy out while letting positive energy in. It's like having an invisible force field around you. Another great technique is grounding. This involves connecting your energy with the Earth's energy. An easy way to do this is to imagine roots growing from your feet deep into the earth. Feel the Earth's stable, nurturing energy flowing up through these roots into your body. It's like plugging yourself into a giant, natural battery. Crystals can also be powerful tools for protection. Certain stones like black tourmaline, obsidian, and amethyst are known for their protective properties. You can carry these stones in your pocket or wear them as jewelry. Think of them like little spiritual bodyguards. Smudging is another popular protection technique. This involves burning sage or other sacred herbs and letting the smoke wash over you. It's like taking a spiritual shower, cleansing away any negative energy that might be clinging to you. Regular energy cleansing is also important. This can be as simple as taking a salt bath or spending time in nature. Water, especially salt water, is great for washing away negative energy. And nature has a way of resetting our energy and helping us feel balanced. Lastly, don't underestimate the power of intention. Simply stating out loud that you're protected can be very effective. You might say something like, "I am surrounded by divine light. Only positive energy can enter my space." It's like putting up a no trespassing sign for negative energy. Remember, protecting your energy isn't a one-time thing. It's something you need to do regularly, especially when you're in crowded places, dealing with difficult people, or going through stressful times. With practice, these protection techniques will become second nature, like putting on a seatbelt when you get in a car. Alright, now we're going to do something really exciting. We're going to dive into a practical exercise that can help you connect with your inner power. This exercise is great for everyone, whether you think you're a chosen one or not. It's all about tapping into that spiritual energy that exists within all of us. Before we start, find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed for about 10 to 15 minutes. You might want to sit in a comfortable chair or on the floor. The important thing is that you feel relaxed and at ease. Take a few deep breaths to center yourself. Breathe in through your nose, hold it for a moment, then slowly breathe out through your mouth. Do this a few times until you feel calm and centered. Now, let's begin our journey to connect with your inner power. Close your eyes and take another deep breath. As you breathe in, imagine a warm, golden light entering your body through the top of your head. This light is pure, positive energy, the source of your inner power. As you breathe out, see this light spreading throughout your body. It flows down your neck, into your shoulders, down your arms to your fingertips. It spreads through your chest, down into your stomach, through your hips and legs, all the way to your toes. With each breath, this light grows stronger and brighter. It's filling every cell of your body with warmth and energy. This is your inner power, your connection to the universe. Now, focus on your heart area. See the golden light gathering here, forming a bright, glowing ball of energy. This is your spiritual heart, the center of your inner power. As you focus on this ball of light, ask yourself, what is my purpose? How can I use my gifts to help others? Don't try to force an answer. Just let any thoughts or feelings come naturally. Sit with these questions for a moment. You might see images, hear words, or just get a feeling. Whatever comes up is perfect. Trust your intuition. Now, imagine this ball of light in your heart growing bigger. It expands beyond your body, surrounding you in a bubble of warm, protective light. This is your inner power, always available to you, always protecting you. Take a few more deep breaths, feeling the strength and peace of this energy. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Take a moment to reflect on what you experienced. How did you feel during the meditation? Did any thoughts or ideas come to you about your purpose or how to use your gifts? Remember, there's no right or wrong way to do this exercise. Everyone's experience will be different. The important thing is that you took time to connect with your inner power. You can do this exercise anytime you need to center yourself, protect your energy, or connect with your spiritual gifts. The more you practice, the easier it will become to tap into this inner power. Wow, we've covered a lot of ground today, haven't we? We've explored who the chosen ones are, the signs that you might be one, the challenges you might face, and how to embrace and protect your gifts. We've even taken a journey into your own inner power. Being a chosen one isn't about being better than others or having an easy life. It's about having a unique connection to the spiritual world and a special role to play in making the world a better place. It comes with challenges, yes, but also with incredible opportunities for growth and positive impact. Remember, whether you identify as a chosen one or not, you have your own unique gifts and purpose. The techniques and insights we've discussed today can help anyone connect more deeply with their spiritual side and live a more purposeful life. So, what now? Well, that's up to you. If this video has resonated with you, if you've recognized some of the signs or challenges in your own life, I encourage you to keep exploring. Read books on spiritual development, connect with like-minded people, or seek out a spiritual mentor who can guide you on your journey. Try incorporating some of the protection techniques we discussed into your daily routine. Practice inner power meditation regularly. See how these practices change your life over time. Most importantly, be patient and kind with yourself. Spiritual growth is a journey, not a destination. There will be ups and downs, moments of clarity and moments of doubt. That's all part of the process. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Did this video resonate with your experiences? Do you think you might be a chosen one? Or do you know someone who might be? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more content on spiritual growth and development. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our future videos. And remember, sharing is caring. If you know someone who might benefit from this information, don't hesitate to share this video with them. You never know. You might be helping another chosen one discover their path. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the world of chosen ones. Remember, you are powerful, you are gifted, and you have the ability to make a positive difference in the world. Embrace your uniqueness, protect your energy, and keep shining your light. Until next time, take care and stay spiritually charged.